and welcome to another Cultured Foolishness. We are back, people, season Trey Pound. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and ArchitectsMars.com, and my co host is.
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. If you don't know, now you know, baby, baby.
And as people who following us know, I've been doing a morning series with my other partner, Nick Jr., but this is, it's always going to be this. And I was just giving us a break, kind of
All right.
retooling some stuff. So we back.
Act
We
like
back.
cook crack.
Hey. So there's been a lot going on since the last time we recorded an episode. Some of those
Not a
things.
lot going on though.
eh, I mean, we're not gonna cover a lot some of the stuff just because it's kind of
No, I know. I'm just
oversaturated.
saying, like, it's always a lot going on.
Right. Yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot. But we're gonna touch on a couple things today.
Yes, indeed.
First of all, we got to, and this was something that I think the infancy of it, or it was like in the middle of it, and we talked about a little bit the previous season with our good friend Sean
Well, let's
Combs.
let's not go around calling folks our friend. Let's not do that. Is not
I,
this is not the time to claim him as a friend, respectfully.
well, I feel like if anybody knows me, they know I'm being sarcastic as hell.
Hey,
But
I just
but
had to
I know
do
you
the
want to
disclaimer for the
clarify,
folks who don't know you
right? They want to you want to
and the
clarify. I
folks who
get
don't
it.
know me, because you said our friend. So, before you get to pulling me
We are
into
not claiming him.
it.
So he is still in jail,
Well,
and
so
he's gonna be there for a while.
yeah, just an update because I want to say the last time we may have spoken on it, then I think the trial was still going on, or maybe the trial had just wrapped up and he was found guilty of like only two of the five things that he was charged with. And so he got sentenced
Mhm.
for the things that he was found guilty of. And so originally the prosecutors they wanted to, slap a dime on him. They wanted to give him like 10, 11 years. And, he was kind of going for Diddy and his legal team was going for time served because he's been in there for about 14 months. So, and honestly, I thought he was gonna get time served. I mean, they ain't get a nigga a
Period.
lick
Yeah, I
of
thought he was
bail.
just gonna get out off of time, sir. But no, they tacked on a little bit more time because they was like,
They tacked on the
nah,
time. So I
your ass
feel
was
like
on
they,
camera kicking people in the stomach. So
and I mean, here's the problem because he did show remorse and he's had, people come out with character statements and all the things. He had all his kids up there, saying speaking on his behalf. So there was that aspect. And I do think that that played a part because if he just was completely like,
well, he
like,
had a little bit of that, and that's why he
well, no,
probably
I
even got the
know.
time that he got, which we're gonna get to that in a
Right,
second.
I know, but I'm saying like if he would have just completely not shown a lick of remorse, then it could have been way worse. I've seen that happen, but he did show a lot of remorse. However, on the flip side, you also booked a speaking engagement for the following week, which could you have waited? Like, was the fee gonna change if you waited a couple days later? Whatever. So it just gave off, I know it gave off arrogant, it gave off, I
Hubris,
just wanted to get
hubris,
it.
yeah.
It gave off, egotistical. So then it was like, well, no, you won't be making that unless they're gonna zoom it for you or something like that, buddy. So gave him a hot 50 months. First of all, we couldn't just say like 4 years of okay, whatever. So gave him a hot 50 months, but then they did count the time served into that, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
So with that, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get out in like two. Like I feel like he's gonna
Yeah,
get out in like two. Like hell, Cosby
yeah.
was sentenced to 10 years. He did a good three. I was happy as
Right.
shit when Cosby came home. I do not want him dying in jail. I don't care. At me. I was happy as shit when Heathcliff Huxtable came home. Okay? Because what his old ass doing since he been out? Nothing. Sitting his blind ass home with Camille. He ain't even doing nothing to nobody. Just let that man die at home. Shit. And already staying
Yeah.
his old legacy up. Just let him die at home. Shout out to
Yeah. Especially, I still feel like that whole situation got a lot of fugaziness to it, but he did shit though. That's the problem. It can't be completely written off like, oh, they was coming for him. Like he admitted to shit and they sealed it and all this other shit. And yeah, so I don't know if it was as bad as it was
Oh,
portrayed to be, but he
you can't
did
convince
something.
me you can't convince me it was as bad as they say it was because every time they asked one of the accusers for a date and time, then his lawyers was able to debunk it and say, well, no, he was over here doing this and here's the receipts of said thing. So I just don't think that. But that's not what we're here to discuss.
No, we're not. We're here to talk about
The
P.
diddler.
Did's the
The
diddler.
diddler is what we're here to talk about. And if by chance him and Kels are able to get that talent show popping, I think someone needs to find a way to record that. One of the COs or something like that. Because no one has seen "Satisfy You" perform live. Although that's probably not a song you want to perform in
I
jail.
don't think they want to perform that in jail because it will give the wrong idea. Although the way Diddy move, he might welcome that as well. So who knows? I feel like his issue is not being free because
Mm-hmm. Oh,
some of the
100%.
extracurriculars that go on in there, he probably wouldn't be as super opposed to it, to be honest, with his track record, with all the shit that came out in this trial, rumors that had been going on for years about his questionable sexuality and all of that. So now he just want to be outside being rich. So being
And
around a bunch of men ain't bothering him, I'm sure.
But the thing that is going to be he's gonna be fine because he ain't broke. See, R. Kelly's broke,
Yeah.
but R. Kelly's still decent. I mean, his health is deteriorating, but like
Yeah.
he's still decent in jail because he's like created the soundtrack to so many people. Like he still has a level of respect. Like people still respect him because most pedophiles get work when they get in jail, but for him, it's like,
Well, okay, so and I hate to even say this because I just as a whole, anybody that is considered a pedophile is pretty much out of there.
yeah.
But I think the fact that generally he was with teenage girls who weren't necessarily children, and a lot of the people in jail have done similar things in that regard, is probably why he haven't got killed.
Well,
Because if
it's
he was touching babies
Oh, I mean,
like
yeah,
under
that's
10,
totally
oh,
yeah.
he'd
But
have been
like,
done.
I mean, he was touching on people whose parents was pimping them out to him anyway. So
Call a spade a
um
spade.
let's just call a spade a spade. That's one of my favorite things to do. And yeah, there's still a level of respect. And then like Diddy's rich. He's still rich in 2 years of being off, or 2 to 3, or however long it takes,
It's
of
not gonna
being
make
off the
him not be
radar is not
rich.
going to deplete his wealth. Like he's
No.
been making money this whole time he's been in jail, so he's good or whatever from that standpoint. And you know he'll be fine. And
I mean, he's
maybe
still making money from music because a lot of people forget he gonna make money off music of people that's not him, that you gonna not stop listening to because of a connection to him. People ain't gonna stop listening to Big. He making money off that still. People not gonna stop listening to shit.
112
Even No Way Out, because there was a bunch of people on that album that ain't him. Then he made. I'm sorry if All About the Benjamins come on, I don't know what the fuck to tell you because I'm listening to the shit because I love that song. Fuck y'all niggas. But he's still on bullshit. But I'm just saying, he got some shit that people is can't deny. I mean, even R. Kelly, like I begrudgingly will say it's a few R. Kelly songs that I would still sneak and listen to myself. Now I know
I
you
ain't
don't give a fuck.
sneaking and listening to a damn thing. I'm blasting that shit and I'm singing that shit with my whole chest. Now I'm not
You know
gonna do it
what's
here,
funny? I
but
was I was at a
don't
free
care.
concert. Actually, this is I'm perfect. I'm glad I thought about this because I want to speak on this just so for comedy purposes too. So a few weeks ago, there was a free concert in LA that was like an R&B fest type thing. Danny Lee was there, Eric Bellinger, Ray J, and Trey Songz. Now, I have no desire to hear Ray J sing horrible live. So I left before that happened. And unfortunately, I
You
wasn't
missed
able to
Trey
see
Songz.
Trey Songz too, because he was before him, which of course he wouldn't be last if Trey Songz was there. It definitely would be Trey Songz over Ray J to be the last person. But Trey Songz got his own issues. You know, that whole show was like niggas with issues show. Like besides Eric
Excluding Eric
Bellinger.
Bellinger. Eric
Because even
Bellinger
Danny
actually
Lee
did
got
the
her
show.
own little dramatics too. So everybody there has some type of thing connected to them that people just kind of like, we here, it's free.
Except Eric Bellinger. Shouts
Right.
out to him.
He did good. And you know, the funny thing is, I've been aware of him. I know he's a songwriter and wrote songs that I like. I probably didn't know all this type of shit. He is a good ass performer, actually. Like, he put on a great show. He could sing good live because, you know, I'm a come for motherfuckers if they can't sing good live and disown them damn near. But he was awesome. So, shout out to Eric Bellinger, man. You did your thug thizzle. Actually, one
Oh,
of the first projects I did in LA, like a promo thing, the girls that were in it knew him and we was able to use one of his songs to clear on all social medias without any type of copyright issues because they he had cleared it for us. So shout out to Eric Bellinger, man. You've been a positive influence since I've been in LA. So shout
oh
out to
man,
you.
he. I mean, look, I knew it was real because he wrote the amazing song by Usher, Climax, and no, he wrote Climax,
Mm.
and when they had the Climax challenge online, him being the writer, he jumped in and did it, and he was able to hit that octave because, of course, since he wrote it, he's like, this is how it's this is this is the sound, Ush, and hit that shit. So
Yeah, that's what's
I'm
up.
he's with it. But anyway,
Back
back to the Diddler.
to the Diddler.
So I mean, yeah, he got that sentence on him, and some people feel like it's not long enough, and I don't know if I agree with that
Well, I feel like this.
for what he was convicted of. We know he
Thank
got some
right,
stuff
because
back
that's the
there.
issue with him. We know he didn't got away with shit that he didn't even get charged with in this whole situation. And I feel
Mhm.
like if they had even put him in jail for the 10 years, that would have been fine based on the bullshit that he got away with that we don't know about. But if we just basing it on what he was charged with, it was a whole lot of people who consensually did shit with him. So that's what is, I guess, my issue with even, again, based on what he was charged with, not the fact that he might be deserving of more time based on other things, but just based on what he was charged with. I feel like that almost is too much time because it was a whole bunch of people who was happy to accept his money and be in his circle because of what he could do for them, and they did what they felt they needed to do for that to continue for them. So is it right? No, maybe. I don't know. It's a gray area because
It's a
it's a
gray
whole
area.
bunch of people who was down to get peed on and baby oiled and all the other shit that happened. I'm sorry, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna be blunt. Like
Um, that and like, so I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and they were saying, like, oh, he's receiving this special treatment because he's a celebrity. And I'm like, is he receiving special treatment? Because I would almost argue in this case, I mean, yes, we know celebrities they oftentimes receive special treatment when it comes to things like this, but I almost feel like it's the opposite because he's a celebrity. Because for what he was being charged with, if he was a nobody, you would have revoked his bail, or you just would have made it real high. But since you know that whatever bail you put, he gonna pretty much find a way to post it. You just was like, no, you're not even gonna get to be on bail for a little bit until you come back. Like, I just feel like in that case, um, and again, this is not me trying to advocate for him as a person or anything like that, but I just feel like if this was a different circumstance, would the punishment be the same? Because just recently, there was a situation where a youth pastor got arrested because he was sexually assaulting the kids in in the church, from as young as 12 years old, and he got 6 months. Yeah.
mm, wow. I see. My whole thing is when it comes to anything having to do with molesting children and anything of that nature, I've always had a problem with the way they sentence the people that get caught because you didn't really ruin somebody for the rest of their life. Like they about to be fucked up forever. I feel like most unfortunately a lot of people know people who have gone through these things and they're not good, like they could fake being good but they're not good. Like you pretty much fucked up in some type of way forever. Your relationships are gonna suffer, the way you interact with people in certain ways is gonna suffer. So I've always been the type of person like if you didn't touch some kids, throw the book at them, throw the book at them, put them under the fucking jail. But
Castrate them, whatever
it
you
de-
got to do.
but it depends on who does it, because even with the Diddy situation, if Sean Combs was a white man, would he even be going to jail for the amount of time he going to jail right now? Because how many times we have seen them get off on some things that is pretty heinous and they get off. They might have gave him time served. It's
Black
like every
voters.
time I turn around, it's some, Trump supporting politician, or not even politician, like just a Trump supporter who is convicted of some type of child molestation or child porn or something like that. And they don't even get hardly no time. Like, that's garbage.
It is horse manure. Um,
So I'm not really for that shit at all. So
yeah,
I
so I just
mean,
posed that thought, um, that if the like does the punishment match the crime overall? And if he had the complexion for the protection, then would it be the same 50 months with time served and no bail and blah 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 blah? And if it would, okay, look, I'm not a lawyer. I play with numbers. I don't play in nobody's law book. But I mean, we've all seen the little cracks and discrepancies in the system. So the 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 question doesn't come from a place of complete ignorance. It comes from a place of seeing things happen through time differently for different folks.
the only person that I've seen actually get punished to the extent that they should that is white is probably Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, and I hate to do it, but I feel like the shallowness of society comes through on some ways with him because Harvey Weinstein is some fat, ugly motherfucker. So of course they was very easy to throw the book at him because America is very shallow. So I feel like if he didn't look the way he looked, he might not even got the book thrown at him the way he did. Because he looked like a pervert. Like he really
Yeah.
do.
Because
Like
then
he
the
really
argument
does.
turns into, you sure this isn't consensual? It's a nice looking guy who's in his position of power and blah 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 blah.
Like
So
with Diddy. Whereas with dude, he was nobody wanted to touch his PP at all.
including him.
So yeah, America is what it is. We
This is
do a lot of
America,
weird shit here.
Shouts out
Do a
to
lot of
Childish
weird
Gambino.
shit.
Um, I want to kind of get off the diddler pause. I don't want to be on them, but I want to kind of uh
Pivot.
pivot and we got to talk about Ayesha Curry. We got to go ahead and we got to talk about um she, for one, who be giving her these interviews and why. But okay.
I
Um,
mean, if you are,
because don't nobody
if
be interviewing Savannah.
well, Savannah probably don't even barely. Well, actually, no. If she does some type of podcast or something like that, it's typically either she herself is putting it out or it's somebody that's an actual friend of hers. So the narratives can be controlled a little bit more. Plus, she not making LeBron James look crazy. She literally is the epitome of what a basketball player or any public figure should be choosing to be their mate. Like 10 toes down, she don't be putting his crazy mess out there because we're not gonna pretend that this motherfucker is perfect because he's human. But we haven't really anything that has been said about LeBron has been so speculative. There's nothing that is solid. Even with the Currys, same thing. So I would give them that. No, we've never heard anything that you can just definitively say, "Oh, that happened. It's proof of this. Is this?"
And, and with so here's why here's a good chunk of the reason why she receives so much backlash when she goes out here and does these interviews or podcasts or whatever. It's because the things that she complains about are so like first world, like it's
Beyond first world, it's 1%
beyond,
problems.
like it's
1% problems.
it's
Any
it
woman would love to be in a position that she in.
because she's never actually came out and insinuated that he was a bad person in any way, shape, or form, or that he mistreats her, or that he's not a good father, or that he doesn't have good character. So that leads us to believe you got a good man, Savannah, and you got like you have someone who's super well respected in his area of expertise, easily gonna, one of the ones, Hall of Famer, all the things,
I mean, he
breaking records left
changed
and right.
basketball. It's not even like
Right.
you can't even say, and that's one thing about Steph that you can put over Brian. Brian didn't change shit. He was just good. He about to start his 23rd season, so longevity is amazing. The level that he can play at his age is something we've never seen before. And trust me, I ain't gonna age myself too bad, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played until he was around 41, and he looked like boo boo at the end. Like he did not look like how Brian is literally putting up first NBA team numbers, all-star numbers at 40 years old. That's unheard of. Like Vince Carter played 22 seasons. He was
Oh,
a
he
bench
looked.
warmer by the time he was in his 19th, 18th, 20th season.
That man looked like he was on the verge of having a stroke at the end. He looked so damn crazy.
He didn't look that bad,
No, he
man.
looked terrible. You look terrible. Now he's looking better now. Got some sleep and everything like that. I think he
Well,
and what have
let's
you.
get disclaimer. He actually went to college for a couple years, then played 22 seasons. So compare so technically, if he was able to leave high school, go straight to the league and play the same amount of time, he would have played 24 years. So he actually has somewhat of an excuse for that. But
He still look crazy.
also, LeBron got somebody at home holding him down, holding the family down. And that's one thing that, I want to say as a man, because I know that it's all these narratives of, like, we don't need women and women are the gold diggers and women are this, women are that. If you find the right woman that's actually holding you down, that is going to be one of the actual best decisions you could make as a man, because that's going to set you up for success in a way that a lot of other decisions may not do for you. So, just shout out to Savannah again. But back to
And
the
sidebar,
hmm,
saying that you don't need women when you're literally birthed from women, meaning that if there were no women, then you would completely die. Okay, whatever. So, anywho, back to Ayesha. Again, these super 1% problems that she speaks of. And I want to be clear because, I don't want it to seem like just because you're in the place that you're in, you have no right to feel anything except for utter happiness, because that's just simply not true. So I don't want it to seem like she doesn't have a right to feel what she feels. But one, we as the public don't need to know that. And two, if you're going to speak about it, it should be done in a way, because again, it's not just you. Like you guys are a united front. So when you're speaking about these things that you're feeling, it should be in a way that's tasteful to your husband, because it just feels like, from the public perception, it just comes off like Steph just married the most ungrateful hoe on the face of the earth. Like, you talking about how he wasn't your type, you wasn't really attracted to him, you didn't want kids, you wanted to do X, Y, and Z, you wanted to be a career woman. Let me tell you something. Do you know how many career women want to be sat the fuck down? Career life is trash. And the only reason why grandma and them pushed for us to have a career is so that we would not have to be in a position where we were completely dominated and controlled and mistreated by men. But if you got somebody who's not doing that, which again, it appears that you do, this
you
whole
look
reporting
crazy.
this whole reporting to somebody and telling you when you could go on PTO and when you can't, and blah, and trying to justify X, Y, and Z, it's for the birds. I know if you watch Being Mary Jane, it looked like the shit was lit. She wanted to be sat the fuck down too. So there's that. And like, why you stop cooking, ho? Like, you could still be doing something that, what I'm saying, gives you your own identity and gives you your own sense of purpose. Because I understand how it may feel, you know, empty, not having a sense of purpose and just literally being referred to as Steph Curry's wife, but not really, because Drake said, be out here telling hoes they not Ayesha enough. So you clearly.
Is a stand and see, this is the thing that's crazy because I feel like
And what Drake say
because
don't
the
make much of a
moment,
difference, but still.
well, yeah. the moment that she's in, she's 37 years old, 36, whatever, because they around the same age. Um, she has this, you think this nigga about to be playing basketball for 10 more years? He got at barely 3 years left at best. I don't even know if he gonna make it to 20 years because he on year 17 now. So you literally can have the second half of y'all relationship where you could be the forerunner doing all your shit. Your kids would be older because they got the little baby boy right now, but all the other kids are getting older. Like she'll be, and this is the thing that's so frustrating about it. He has never stopped you from doing nothing. If anything, he empowered the fuck out of you to do shit. And the fact that your last name was Curry helped you get a lot of opportunities. But I think that's the issue. And actually, you know what? Let me get a little deeper because my boy had posted a video and he was a lot I'll say a lot less diplomatic than we are about this, even though the person might watch this and think that we like piling on her, but we really are not. Like we're trying to look at it from both sides, but this dude was posting pictures of women getting smacked. That's how he felt about it. But I know. But what it kind of made me do is I was like, and just for some background, Coach Tamara and I was raised by a person who was super into astrology, so we know about it because we was raised in that knowledge. And I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna go read other books. I might know more than mine now because I'm such a nerd because I was reading whole books about it. But I had to look because I was like, let me look they signs up there. You about to laugh, actually. So my a lot of people know when Steph's birthday, I think it's like the 14th of March or something. He's a
Yeah.
Pisces. Yeah. So guess when? Guess what Aisha is?
When the people need to know.
March 23rd, which makes her a Aries. So we have some shit about that we're not gonna get into, but it actually crystallized this whole situation for me because Aries want to be the forefront. They want to be the front person. They want to, even if they shouldn't be, they want to be. So her ego is hurt because she isn't, especially because she pretty, green eyes, light skin, la la la. So she thought she was just about to be the it girl. Everybody's gonna be on her, all this. But then you got with somebody who ended up being so amazing at what they do, they overshadowed you completely. And for Aries, their egos be hurt by that type of shit. So now, especially her like having this like verbal diarrhea, literally embarrassing this man, and every time she get a chance to talk, I was like, yeah, you and Aries. And I mean, y'all could at me and get mad in the comments if you want, but read your chart. Um, So it made way more sense to me why how she act when I put that into the account. And obviously, they were super young when they got together. She hasn't got a chance. Like, I'm still single. Coach is married, but she was out in the trenches. So this is the thing. She hasn't experienced nothing bad in a relationship. All she's experienced is a handsome dude treating her like a queen and then getting rich and treating giving her the lap of luxury of life. But her ego is telling her, I could have did that myself. Maybe, but the shit would have been harder for the shit that you was doing It would have
It
took a
would have
while.
been
Like,
hard.
look. Okay, so I'm gonna compare her to a person that's in the lane that she want to be in. Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown just got on. You know how long it took her to get on doing the shit that fucking Ayesha Curry do with no name?
20 years. Literally
That's
20.
what this fuck she would have been dealing with. Instead, you got the fucking speed ramp. I'm a Curry. All I have to do is put some shit out, people buy. And then if you was focused, your shit could have been successful. I heard her call her well, although COVID was probably part of this too, but her shit failed, her
Her
restaurants
restaurants failed.
failed, all
The,
this other shit. But
the food
restaurants
wasn't,
don't do good typically.
well, they don't do good. And the ones that the food ain't good, they really don't do good. And
That's what we was hearing about her shit.
we were hearing that the food was like not it. So
Mm.
that's not, because I don't know if it was her recipes, whatever like that. So that's not like a slight to
Well,
them,
if it's your
but
restaurant, it should be your shit.
it should, but it's not always that.
Tabitha Brown shit was fire, by the way.
And since you brought up the goddess that is Tabitha, because there is something to taking one route versus the other, because Tabitha Brown was also married at a fairly young age, but she was on that come up or whatever like that. And because her husband was so 10 toes down, supporting them and supporting her and all the things that it took to get to where they are now, she retired him as soon as she could, because there was such an appreciation for him. And I bring that up because this feels like you don't appreciate nothing that he's done.
Because it happened so quick and she was young. And then she never experienced shit.
Okay, but it
Because,
happened to Savannah too.
well, okay,
Did
let's
they not go
let's
to prom
context.
together?
Yes, but context time. So the Currys were rich because his
Yeah.
dad.
Mm-hmm.
If he even knew Aisha if she was around, that means her family was doing pretty good for themselves too. So she's never gone through nothing for real.
Yeah.
Like Savannah probably had fucked up times in
I mean,
her
they was in
youth.
Akron, right?
Yeah. So she probably had fucked up times in her youth to where she appreciates what Brian did for her because they was together for quite a while before they even got married. Steph didn't even do that to her. They was married soon, like soon after he was in the league. I mean, he might have done. I mean, how long was he in the league? Maybe 2 or 3 years. I mean, it was like pretty much soon as he on, you on, got you, you good. But she didn't get to go have the Pookie and Ray Ray's treating her bad. She didn't get to go through all of these bad relationships. So she gonna appreciate a dude like Steph. And just to be a devil's advocate to it, um, Steph Curry is a basketball player, just like Brian. I'm sure he's not an angel. I don't give a fuck how baby face angel you think he is with his green eyes and his light skinned self and all this shit. I'm pretty sure he fucked up before as a basketball player, access to everything with very little effort. So maybe some of her um attitude comes from dealing with him cheating on her and not coming out, it never came out or whatever the fuck. But maybe that's a part of it too. I don't know. But at least from that standpoint, she ain't air his shit out there because that's gonna fuck the money up. So she's smart enough to not do that.
So let's say, because we're in a society where it's not what you know or even what you think is what you can prove. So since we can't prove that anything has been done, and I don't like to do the whole, well, because you do this, then you must do that. because that's stereotypical too. Like you can't say that, but then when you know what I'm saying some MAGA person is like, oh, you black, so you know you must make really good fried chicken and drink malt liquor all day. Like I don't want to stereotype somebody because of the perception based on who they are or what they do. So with that, we can't definitively say that he did do
No.
anything shisty to her. So now, so because if he did that, then it would be like, well, maybe Ash shouldn't have been out here cheating, and she wouldn't be out here, you know, doing the most. But that hasn't it hasn't came out that anything has happened. So you just out here, from what the public's perception is, you just out here shitting on a good man for no damn reason. And there's a whole bunch of incels right now in a dirty basement who are looking at that and being like, see, good guys finish last, and no matter what you do is not good enough, and X, Y, and Z. And then when he's on the court, people are going to be talking that shit and using what you say against him to get in his head during the game. So you are inadvertently fucking the money up. Now he could potentially play past it and just it could fuel him to go harder. But what if it don't? What if it fuck his game up? Like it is not all about you. And as an Aries woman, I know that that's so hard to receive. But you're also a mother, so it stopped being about you a long damn time ago, and you know that. And again, I'm not saying that these things that you're feeling are invalid. Like I'm not here to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't think, and that they should just sit their ass down and be grateful. But boo, get a therapist and talk to them about that, and leave
And
that
she
out to
got
other
one.
guys.
She said that in the interview. So it's like, why are you airing this shit out in public and you got a damn therapist that you
Get
paying
another
that you
one.
already
Get two.
complaining to
If
about
you
this
still got to
stuff?
get this shit off after talking to your therapist, then get two. Get two. I ain't saying get rid of the one you got. I'm saying get another one because you clearly an hour or however long your sessions are is clearly not enough.
It's not enough. Cause I just feel like these type of conversations are conversations that you have with your therapist, have with your husband, maybe even your sister, your friend, or whatever. But definitely don't put this shit out on the internet that everybody can scrutinize. Like you know what social media is, but she can't help herself.
And
Again,
it's backfired so many. This is not the first time that she's
this is
came
not
out and
the
said some
first
fuck shit.
time.
It has backfired so many times.
Like, shut
So
your
it's
ass
like,
up.
why do you keep doing this? Like,
Because what she is, she
because it's
can't
like because
help it.
you
She
really
want to be
you want
this.
attention so bad, even if it's bad attention. Like
Yep,
that's
yep.
wild.
But that's a fact, though. That's what it is.
And because I'm sorry, until somebody come out with a tape, I'm just not gonna sit up here and accuse Steph of being something unless I've seen it with my own eyes. Even after all of this tomfoolery,
He still
he
be defending
still
her.
he still defended her when Killer Mike made a little comment. And look and he's supposed to. When someone says something about your spouse, you're
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to
no, you're
defend your
supposed to
spouse.
defend your
No,
spouse.
because we
So
live
no,
in a
he
world
did
where
right.
people just like see back when we grew up, talking about somebody's mama was fighting words, and you don't
Hmm.
give the person who was bearing your children that same respect and carrying on your legacy, which is absurd. And if y'all not together no more, then maybe that's different. But this
But
be the
they
person you
together.
laying next to, and somebody could literally disrespect the hell out of them in front of you, and you just let it rock.
Mm-mm,
That's
can't do that.
weird to me. Not
Yeah.
only
So
that,
he did
but
right.
people are, and that's why people are so comfortable disrespecting other folks' wives because they know that there's a 8 times out of 10, ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it, which is fugazi. Pac tried to
Mm,
tell us, man. He tried to tell us we're gonna have
yeah.
a
Well.
what do you say? We're gonna have a race of babies that hate the ladies that make the babies.
Hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. What you sipping on?
Um, it's a little cider
Mm.
joint with alcohol, tropical punch.
Oh,
Um,
that sounds wonderful. Is that a Houston exclusive there? I
I
never
guess so
seen
because
that.
it's Austin, East Side.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's some shit I could make sure you have some of that when I come down there. But yeah. hmm That yeah.
Now, also
Tropical
Aisha,
punch.
because she on my nerves. Um, we're entering the fall. Well, technically it's fall, so we're in the
hmm
fall, and I'm not. I mean, I'm a summer lover. Spring and summer is my whole jam. But one thing that I do like about the fall is that that's when all the good shows come back.
hmm
Um, that's the main thing. I'm one of them pumpkin spice people too, so I'm not mad at the pumpkin spice. So there's that. But you know, the summer was a drought with the shows, man. We talked about it like, man, what's going on with the content? And so now that we are in the fall, then we got reasonable doubt that then came back. What
Sidebar, don't Fresh Prince or Fresh Prince, Bel Air usually come on in the summer?
it does, but they pushed it back because it's the last season.
Oh, okay. When is
So
that
yeah,
coming back on?
I want to say November, but I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
I feel
But
like we
yeah,
should
so Bel
review
Air
that
is
this
coming back
time.
on. Reasonable Doubt is going, and if y'all don't watch Reasonable Doubt, then don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, because that show is great.
It's super good. Like I had fell behind when it first came out, and I literally binge watched the 4 episodes in a night, and I couldn't even turn the TV off. I was like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna just be up all night watching this beautiful goddess be a lawyer and have all type of dramatics around her." And shout out to what's his name? Joseph, what's his name?
Sakura.
Sakura. He's showing me his acting chops real heavy in this because he is not a cool drug dealer in this at all.
Oh, Tommy. I should be calling him Tommy. I don't give a damn. His name is Bill in the show. I don't care. Tommy over there tripping. But yeah, so that's out. But for my Abbott Elementary folks, then that started back. So we
Oh
love that.
yeah, I
Oh
need
yeah.
to watch that. I forgot that was back on.
Show you right. So yeah, we got some content coming. We was a little critical of the stuff, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I really like the storyline that they're doing on Reasonable Doubt because it's very much inspired by the headlines and taking advantage of being set in LA and dealing with celebrity foolishness and all of that. So
and
I'm definitely messing with it.
the music is superb.
Yes.
It is
When I
superb.
put the first episode on and that damn what was that my dun, on that bitch.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Yes.
was impressed. I was impressed. I was
I mean,
impressed.
impressed but not shocked, because I mean,
No, the music
look,
been good every season.
look,
They
when
definitely be
when
snapping
you
on that.
when you saw the episode where they played Full of Smoke,
I was very impressed with that. I was like,
and the context of it was so
perfect.
perfect. Just and even this last episode, because like they played a Drake deep cut, and I was like, oh.
Which Drake song was it again?
At the last part of the episode was they was playing "Look What You've Done" off of "Take Care,"
Yes.
and it
Yes.
fit the
Yes.
scene, and I was just like,
No, all the music fits perfectly. Like, as a person who makes content, I pride myself in putting correct music with things and being very thoughtful about that. But that show is inspiring to me, just from a music standpoint. So,
the
shout out. to the creative team, a reasonable doubt, all the actors, everybody behind the scene, directors, creator, like y'all killed it. Like that show was really dope. If it wasn't 4 episodes in, I would probably want to do a review of that, but we
Yeah,
probably gonna wait till I think we should do one of Bel Air since it's the last season.
we could do that. We could do Bel Air.
And then when is
Because
Power Force coming back?
November. That's coming in
Okay.
November too.
Okay,
So,
we might have to just do Power Force
like,
then,
I mean, we'll
just for
let's
consistency.
do this because I want to say I feel like they're coming around pretty much the same time.
Hmm.
So once the first episode of them both drop, we'll say whoever got the
We'll
best
assess.
episode, that's the one we gonna do.
Okay,
If
I'm
Bel
down
Air
for
come out
that.
the gate swinging, sorry, Force, you and your black cocaine and whatever else you got going on. We'll do like a just a commentary on the whole season after the fact.
Yeah, because they be
But
making up drugs on that. You know, that's what be fucking me up
I
with
like
that
that one.
show.
Well, not like I was doing it in no shit, but like I like the concept of
Nigga,
it.
you can't. It ain't real.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit ass shit. Acting like Irish people in the game in Chicago. Them niggas is cops. Get the fuck out my damn face. Anyway, it's a whole nother
Speaking of
conversation.
Chicago, I'm about to do a nice little pivot. These ice raids in Chicago, in the hood, y'all trying to round up black folks because ain't no immigrants, ain't no
Not
they
like that. They
not
go on
like
the South Shore because even the place where they were putting them was out far out in the hundreds and stuff. They didn't even go over there. They went to South Shore. Like, what are you talking about? So
and then you just held people captive for hours and then let them go because you never should have took them in the first place. That's
And
not cool.
well, just to even go deeper, I actually just before we got on, I saw a video of someone talking about that particular building that they raided has all type of issues as far as the ownership. They defaulted, Wells Fargo own it. They trying it's all type of fuckery with that. So I feel like it's deeper than just even
Mm.
what we think it is on the sense of, oh, they just use it as an excuse to fuck with black people, which they are. Because this is one thing I'll say. Do I agree with, because I'm just going to keep it a buck. When all the migrants was coming and they was, coming to Chicago and shipping them from other places because they didn't want to take them and we had to take them because we a sanctuary city. Um, I didn't agree with that. However, I also don't agree with people who can wear masks that aren't legitimate law enforcement who just apply to this job and get it for 50K a year and maybe student loan forgiveness or whatever
Oh
other
no, the 50K
things
is
that
the
they
sign on bonus.
oh God. So
It ain't 50 a year. It's more than that. That's just 50 to come on over
just to
here.
get okay. So
That's a sign
anyway,
on bonus. But yes.
there's a lot of people who just sold they soul because one thing that I'm noticing is not a lot of black dudes being ICE agents, but it's a whole lot of Latinos because I don't care what you cover your face, y'all haircuts be giving you away. So, um, what the fuck is going on? Like, you gonna pick your cousin up? Like, y'all on some bullshit for that. That's all I'm gonna say. You get mad at me, but I mean, that shit is weird because it shouldn't be no Latinos in ICE, and I know that they are. And that shit is fucking weird because they literally coming at y'all head and going into different communities, just harassing people. Because how do you know somebody is legal or not? Like I just saw a video, and this is actually just the strength of Chicago because I don't know what they thought they was gonna deal with coming to the crib. This is the first time I ever saw. the people fuck with them so much that they didn't even take the motherfucker that they was trying to take because everybody was filming them, everybody was jamming them up, blocking with their cars, honking their horns at them, all this shit. And it's like you came to the wrong city with that bullshit. You're gonna have to really come with the National Guard and the Army for real in Chicago because we ain't with this. Come on. Like, and this is the Latinos, and I know because I lived in Latino areas, and they don't put up with no bullshit, just like the black people in Chicago. So, um, I just the whole concept of the way they're doing things is very disturbing, and the whole this isn't our fight stance. I understand it, but the problem is eventually it all comes back to our doorstep. It's just like showing, just from what you started with the shit that happened at South Shore. Why would you go there first? Well, you go to the back of the yard, you go to Humboldt Park, you go here, you go here. You go to the blackest neighborhood in the city to fuck with Latinos that ain't there. Like, what? I saw a video of them walking around all hard in downtown over by North Bridge when you going to North Michigan Avenue. No crime over there. Like what? You about to go in these restaurants and start arresting people to work in the restaurants. That's what y'all came for? Because I thought you was y'all main purpose was to get criminals. Because the food is fucked up because they done took all the people who picked the food. Food is right. Like, this is not helping us in any type of way to what you're doing. So I don't know. Some people feel differently about it, but I just don't feel like treating people like subhumans is ever the way to go, especially as a black person, because we've already been through this shit. And obviously they using it as an excuse to fuck with us too. Cause it's a lot of Latinos that look black. So they gonna absolutely use that as excuse to fuck with us too.
Mhm.
So not
And
feeling it.
no, no, not at all. And, just to kind of wrap things up, all of this that we've talked about, like literally everything that we have discussed, is just one big ass distraction from the fact that they ain't released them damn Epstein files. And that's all I got to say about that. And my
Bang
vote is up
bang.
for it.
Bang bang. Cause it's probably and see this is the thing about the Epstein files. Cause when Trump was campaigning on it, all his supporters was thinking it was gonna be a whole bunch of Democrats on there. And they are. This is the problem. Both parties has got fucked up people on that list. I just want if you was fucking with little girls, you should be fucked up and you should not be running this country or have no control. Period. But now because they boy is saying, "Oh, why are we?" They're like, "Yeah, why are we?" You was on the bandwagon all summertime last summer, like bring out the Epstein file, blah blah. When he was saying the shit, now that he's like, "Oh, why are you still on that?" That was yeah, he's good. They a cult. It's because this is one thing about Democrats and Republicans that's different, or let me rephrase Trump supporters and people who support Republicans and Democrats because Trump supporters are a whole different category because they literally don't give a fuck what this dude do. They are 10 toes down with him. Like I saw years ago, um, somebody was like, he could shoot somebody in front of me and I'm still gonna support him. Like they ridiculous. And that's cult status. Cause one thing when Biden was in office, I was talking shit because he was fucking up too. And I'm not gonna give nobody
And he's
just
not
carte blanche
following
to be
anything.
on bullshit just because of what party I'm in.
Yeah,
or
some
agree
folks is
with more.
liking shit. And just, hey,
And personally, I'm in the middle. I don't agree with either one of them for real because both of them show me every day that they really not for black people. Both of them. Both of them. So on
well,
that
you heard them,
note,
folks.
on that note, we will end it right there. This has been Culture Foolishness. I am Creed of ExitStudiosArchitectsMars.com. And my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone.
Peace, peace. And before I go, this episode is brought to you by Architects of Mars. We got a new art collection coming out. Check us out www.architectsofmars.com. I'll probably put it at the bottom so you could just see it and click it and do what you need to do. We got some fire coming for y'all this fall. Old stuff is going on sale. New stuff is coming out. We got a bunch of dope art based on pop culture, the concepts of Architects of Mars, sci-fi, um, esoteric culture, all type of stuff. So we got you. So on that note, peace, peace.